Sidebanders before.
Hey, I appreciate that. Yeah, I got my first radio back in 1975, so I'm almost a 50-year veteran. How about that? All right, catch you in a while. Thanks again.
Yeah, roger that. Well, nice to hear you out here. We'll be standing by, waiting for the check-in.
Yeah, take care. I'm standing by.
Doing the salad for the people.
Good evening, Rigo.
Good evening, Mr. P.
Roger, roger. And Mr. Paranoid's waving right back.
I'd like to thank you once again, Mr. For all you do. I appreciate you.
Oh, yeah, no worries, buddy. Yeah, we can definitely help you out as we did there. Hopefully, did you get that 503 all set up?
Yes, I did. That's what I'm keen on now.
Yeah, roger, roger. All right, I gotta back it down for a bit. I'll be back in just a few.
Joe, Pat, today you're in there chatting a little bit. I want to key in and say, eat until you fuck up too much.
Good evening. Is that you, Mr. Regal?
Good evening, good evening.
Good evening, good evening.
Yabba dabba doo. Yabba dabba doo. Good evening, good evening. Good evening to you. Yabba dabba doo with a what will you do? Oh, you never know.
Yeah, no worries, buddy. Yeah, we can definitely help you out.
Yabba dabba doo, I'm all tuned in. Yeah, yes you are. Get her while she's hot, right?
Yeah. Yeah, well, it only has a 5-digit readout, so that clarifier is helping.
What do you want?
Anti-tone quad 6.
Yeah, you don't need any more than hey, it's going to be dead on. I mean, you ain't going to adjust it any more than your 5-digit anyway, so the clarifier is only good for your receive. Or, well, yes, that's how you set up.
Right. Yeah, I'm trying to dial you in a little. You're a little penny. That's just what I need to just dial in. That's all.
Yeah, I don't know if I'm right on either. I just turned this on, so it's still warming up. She's old.
Yeah. Old is good, and you're right on, Screwdriver. You sound a lot better now.
Ready. Good evening, good evening, good evening, Mr. Regal, and I think I heard Floyd out there.
I didn't hear Floyd. You hear Floyd?
I thought I heard Floyd. I don't know. I thought I heard him key up first a few minutes ago.
All right, I'll sit back and listen.
Good evening, good evening. Not a whole lot. What's going on with that Mr. Pipeline? God damn that power outage. See how it goes? You know how it is, the first couple of storms, people are ridiculous.
Yeah, but they sure are up on the watch.
I don't know, it can be a little frustrating, but yeah, sure, let's go with that.
Screwdriver, how's the audio sound on this?
Oh, it sounds real good. You can definitely tell you got something hooked back up. You're giving me a signal now.
Hey, I'm trying. You know, what can I do?
I mean, I'm on a little, I got a different preamp hooked up because I got a different driver hooked up, but I'm on the Icon that yeah, you are hammering.
Hey, 10-4. I think this thing might be doing a K fake dozy watts.
Oh, man. I don't know, you sound like one of them ham operators. If you're dissing dozy watts, you must be one of them hammy jammies.
Hammy whammy jammers. No, I got a 500 watt average if I, on a voice peak when it goes way up. It goes 500, maybe even 5 1/4, 550, something like that.
On sideband? What are you running? I assume you got your Carl bill hooked back up?
Yeah, that's what it is. Carl built on the Top Gun.
Yeah. I don't know if it was regular 2879s or 2879Cs, but 500 on sideband, that sounds completely realistic and normal.
Yep. Yeah, I bought the C's with it. I spent a rekey. I almost put the thing, matter of fact, 333, we were going to videotape it. I was going to put it in the log splitter.
Oh, man. Yeah, I mean, put it this way. The builder, you're gonna see on his website and a bunch of other people's with 42879Cs, you're going to see people swinging 1,000, 1,200 watts out of that damn thing. I don't believe that, but 500, yeah, all day long.
Yeah, well, you figure this radio does average power, maybe 21, 22 watts when it goes real high, but pretty much on the regular 16, 18 watts. So that's what I'm throwing into it.
Yeah, I mean, on sideband, you can drive them a little harder on sideband, and I don't know. I've never seen one of my meters do anything different.
Hello.
Too. So, I don't know, sideband just seems a little weirder, and I usually get way more swing on sideband, and that RMS average shit, peak shit, doesn't make any difference, it seems.
Yeah. But anyways, you can hear me a little better.
Yes, it's definitely a big difference.
I'll be honest with you, Greg. This is the only reason I bought the damn thing was so you guys could hear me better up there. And it didn't work on sideband again. It was close to the 29-ton log splitter, but it got a reprieve.
See, sometimes it just you got to get lucky, and all of a sudden it starts working, and you run it, and before you hit a log splitter, I'd be dead keying 1,000 watts out of that thing and watch it catch on fire before a log splitter.
Oh, well, I was kind of thinking that, hooking it up. I have a bigger thing. I was just going to blast it.
Test. 1, 2. All right, we're ready to start here.
Put on a show, but, no, it's safe for now.
All right, let's get this show on the road here.
It lives for another day. All right, Radio Man, we're going.
All right, well, welcome to Maine Sidebanders. We meet every Thursday, 8 p.m. here, and we're pretty informal. We just try to do a little roll call, kind of quick, get that out of the way, and then we just kind of shoot the bull. So the only thing I am going to try to do here, let me turn that down. One thing I do want to try to do here is if we have any new people out there, I'll try to get them in first. So if there's anyone out there, you've never checked into Maine Sidebanders, doesn't matter where you are, but if you are someone new, we'll get you in here first so everyone can kind of hear who's new here. And so why don't we see if there's anyone new out there that'd like to get in first. All right, so I heard Stamp Collector and Gardener. Okay, so that's a new one on me, Stamp Collector and Gardener. All right, well, Stamp Collector, just so you know, it's a good evening to sit by and listen. We get all stations from all over the state, and we get a few stations from down in New Hampshire. So if we get a few people checked in here, and there's some people out there that'd like to do a radio check with you, stand by the radio. And but yeah, it's a good evening to kind of listen and gauge how your radio's working, who you can hear. I'll try to call out the different towns here. So anyways, thanks for stopping in, Stamp Collector. I think I heard one other person under you. Is there someone else that's new that would like to get in on Maine Sidebanders?
Does Stamp Collector get a signal report?
Oh, sure. Yeah, stamp collector. I'm in New Gloucester, by the way. I'm in New Gloucester, so about 40 minutes, I'd say, south of you here. And why don't you come back one more time, and I can kind of see what I'm getting for a signal on you. I wasn't paying attention to the meter. Okay, copy that. On I don't know if anyone else heard that, but stamp collector is horizontally polarized. So yeah, that's gonna with local work. You definitely I mean, you're getting out. I'll give you. So right now, I have like virtually no noise here, and you're just lighting up one light. So I'm getting like S1 on you, but your audio is clear and intelligible. I can hear you just fine here. But if I would definitely you know, for skip, you'll be okay with a horizontal antenna. But if you can get your hands on a 5/8 wave ground plane for local work, that'll definitely make a big difference. So, all right, stamp collector, I'm going to see if there's anyone else out there real quick to grab. So is there anyone else out there that's new that would like to get in on Maine Sidebanders?
Hey, you got my stamper.
Oh, okay. Hey, MacGyver. All right. I don't know how to spell MacGyver, but I'll look it up later. MacGyver. Sanford. All right. And, well, thanks for stopping in, MacGyver. And why don't you come back one more time there, and I'll see if I got a signal report on you.
10-4 on that. This is MacGyver, over.
Uh-oh, MacGyver, you cut out abruptly.
Background noise here, but give it.
Well, MacGyver, I got about an S2 to an S3 on you. But like I said, I can hear you just fine. Your audio sounds good. I don't know. Cyclops is down there in New Hampshire. He's probably hearing you a hell of a lot better than I am, Cyclops. You got a little bit better of a signal report than I can give?
Oh, yeah, he's bombing in here. I got him 7 over, but it almost sounds like he got a loose mic cord or something.
Yeah, he is cutting out abruptly. Just real quick, stamp collector, are you able to hear Cyclops in New Hampshire, or are you hearing MacGyver down in Sanford? Cyclops is in Rochester, and MacGyver's in Sanford. Are you hearing any of them, stamp collector? Okay, copy that, stamp collector. All right, go ahead, MacGyver, real quick. Go ahead, and then I'll grab the rest on roll call.
Checking my connections on my mic here. Is that any better?
That seems a hell of a lot better, MacGyver. That seems a hell of a lot better.
What's your 20?
I am in New Gloucester. Copy, New Gloucester.
10-4. You're up there with Screwdriver.
That is correct. I believe we met. Weren't you at the swap meet? Uh-oh, you got crunchy there. I believe I met you at the swap meet. All right, we'll have to come back to you, MacGyver. Anyways, guys, I appreciate you kind of hanging in here with me, but I think it's kind of important we try to acknowledge a few of the new people because it only benefits the rest of us here, the more new people that we got showing up. So is there anyone else that is new to roll call Maine Sidebanders before I move on to regular roll call? Is there anyone else that's new that would like to get in? Okay, I'm not hearing anyone else. I'm not hearing anyone else. So I have a stamp collector from Gardner that's new, and I got MacGyver and Sanford that's new. And I'm going to move on to regular roll call here. So I'm going to start down in New Hampshire. Any stations, state of New Hampshire for Maine Sidebanders. Oops. Okay, we got 333. 333 is in Lee, New Hampshire. We got you, 333. And anyone else in New Hampshire?
1-3, all jam.
Okay, we got Logjam. Logjam, you're in Rochester, right?
All jam. B-A-L-L-J-A-M.
Sorry about that, Ball Jam. Ball Jam, what town are you in New Hampshire, Ball Jam?
I'm in Rochester. 113.
Okay, we got you, Rochester, New Hampshire. All right, well, very good. You got a good signal too there. I'm hearing I'm hearing all you guys. I think conditions are pretty good tonight. Anyone else state of New Hampshire for Maine Sidebanders? Okay, I know Cyclops is in there, so I got him logged down. We're going to move on to York County. Anyone in York County? Okay, well, we already got MacGyver and Sanford, so one more call for York County. All right, nothing heard. How about Oxford County? Oxford County for Maine Sidebanders.
Here, Taco Bender 505.
All right, Taco Bender 505, and if I remember correctly, I forgot where you are, Taco Bender. You're gonna have to remind me. What's your location?
And on the other side of the river from Jay. And I just want to say that this is the first winter on this radio, and it's the first time that I can hear Screwdriver and Mr. Paranoid.
All right, well, I'm sure Screwdriver and Mr. Paranoid are getting the warm fuzzies all over. I'm sure they heard that. If you're hearing them, I'm sure they heard you tonight there. So Taco Bender 505 in Canton, we got you in. Anyone else for Maine Sidebanders, Oxford County?
And 333 up here in Oxford County, Mr. Fix-It.
Okay, Fix-It, we got you there, Oxford County, Mr. Fix-It. Anyone else for Oxford County? All right, we got Mr. Pipeline from Parts Unknown. Just kidding. Mr. Pipeline, I'm pretty sure, is Rumford. All right, we got you, Mr. Pipeline. Good evening. All right, anyone else for Oxford County? Oxford County for Maine Sidebanders. All right, we're going to move on to Cumberland County. How about Cumberland County? Uh-oh, someone, who was that? Was that you, Pipeline? All right. I know Screwdriver's in there. I'm going to log down Screwdriver. Maybe he's busy, but Screwdriver, are you there?
I am. I was just seeing if anybody else from Cumberland County was checking in, but yeah, Screwdriver checking in.
All right, we got you. Screwdriver in New Gloucester. Anyone else for Cumberland County?
Hey, a Maniac over here checking in.
Okay, Maniac, we got you. Maniac over in Wyndham. Checking in. All right, anyone else for Cumberland County? Cumberland County.
Hey, you got Taz over here in Pownell.
Okay, Taz, we got you. Tasman and Pownell. All right, you guys are all coming in good here, but we're all I'm right in Cumberland County too. Anyone else for Cumberland County? All right, moving on quickly here. How about Androscoggin County? Androscoggin County.
Swiper and Auburn here.
Hey, Swiper, how you doing? Good to hear you. Hope you're doing well. Is Ginger Swipe with you?
Yeah, that's Androscoggin.
All right, we got you there, Ginger Swipe. All right, Maine Sidebanders, Androscoggin County. How about it, Androscoggin County?
Good evening, radio men. Skywalker in Lisbon.
Skywalker, on frequency, first try. Skywalker, I want you to give yourself a pat on the back and treat yourself to a cookie. How about it?
Well, thanks. Thank you. I warmed it up a little bit and tweaked it, and had a contact before the party started. So, yeah, I'll have another cookie.
I'm sure you must have wiped it down with that SWR spray, too, before you got on.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I saw that. That was pretty unique.
All right, anyone else for Androscoggin County? Androscoggin County. All right, not hearing anyone else. How about Sagadahoc County? How about Sagadahoc County?
We got Runt checking in. Bowden.
Hey, Runt, how you doing? Coming in pretty good. Signal keeps getting bigger over there in Bowden. You keep doing what you're doing. Sagadahoc County. Anyone else for Sagadahoc County?
Clearwater, Topsom.
Oh, Clearwater and Topsom. I thought we wouldn't hear you tonight because maybe there was hockey on or something.
On tonight.
Oh, okay. Clearwater, am I on frequency tonight?
I don't think so.
What? You're kidding me. I'm not on frequency.
Never
All right, well, I think your radio's off. All right, who else we got for Sagadahoc County? All right, no one else. How about Kennebec County? Moving along to Kennebec County. All right, how about Franklin County? Franklin County. Radio free what? Say that again? Okay, I'm not familiar. Is that a new one, or is this somebody I'm just not recognizing? Okay, copy that. Radio Free Maine. What town were you in again? Copy that in North J. All right. Anyone else for Franklin County?
Yeah, you got Boss Man.
Oh, hey, Boss Man. How you doing? Coming in good. And Boss Man, you're also in North J, correct?
I think so.
All right. Well, one day I said J, and people really got upset that there was a difference between J and North J, so I got to be careful.
I'm surprised you would hear me. I'm only like 20 foot off the ground.
Boss Man, I got an S5 on you from North J, so you're doing pretty good for, what'd you say, 25 feet off the ground?
Yeah, I'm 20 feet off the ground. My tower's cranked all the way down.
Well, you're doing a hell of a job from North J, 20 feet off the ground, Boss Man. Maybe when we get done here, if anyone wants to do any radio checks, I'll leave an opportunity for that. Anyone else in Franklin County? Franklin County. All right, moving along. How about Lincoln County? Lincoln County.
Hello, Mr. Paranoid in Waldoboro, 269er, coast to Maine.
All right, I got Paranoid, but Paranoid, he was walking the dog over someone else there, so try it again. Uh-oh, I guess I hurt their feelings. Lincoln County. Anyone else for Lincoln County, Maine Sidebanders?
Kurt's over here.
I couldn't understand who that was. Oh, is that Dick Hertz? Paranoid, you get who that was?
All I heard was Dick Kurtz. Yeah, I didn't get anything else. Yeah, Dick Kurtz.
All right, Dick Hertz, the international man of mystery, out there in Booth Bay Harbor. All right. Think he's out there pulling in them harbor hogs?
Was it Dick Kurtz and Holden?
Gentleman out in Jefferson, do you still buy the frequency? The gentleman out in Jefferson?
Did you get anything paranoid on the guy in Jefferson?
Negative, no. I've not got a response back right off. He was on earlier, so I was just going to check if he was still here.
All right. Well, how about another call for Lincoln County? Lincoln County.
Regal, Dresden, 2167, check it in.
All right, Regal. How you doing? You sounds like you're cranking tonight. Regal out there in Dresden. Getting a pretty good roll call here tonight. Another call for Lincoln County. How about it, Lincoln County? Nothing heard. We're going to wrap up here. As we get farther north, we get a lot less stations. So anyone else that would like to get in, doesn't matter where you are, Maine Sidebanders, anyone that would like to get in that missed their county. I don't call every single county, but anyone else anywhere that would like to get in, that can hear the sound of my voice.
Yeah, we can hear you over here in New Hampshire. How about 4102?
Okay, I got a few people, but I was able to I got Moose in Fairfield. Moose, we got you in Fairfield. There was someone that came in from New Hampshire with a hell of a signal. Go ahead and try it.
KC over here in New Hampshire there. How you doing, Radio Man? 4102, checking in.
Oh, okay. Casey over there in New Hampshire. Yeah, you got a good signal over here tonight. 4102. Anyone else? Anywhere? Maine Sidebanders. Anyone that would like to get in?
This thing working now?
Yeah, who's that? It's working now. I think Dick Hertz needs to put down the dick and pick up the mic.
A little more lotion, a little less friction. You get too much KY in his hand, it's like flipping out of his hand.
Simple on that, yes sir. And I did hear KC over here in Waldoboro.
Regal, you're speaking from experience.
You know it, Big Plate.
All right, last call before we open it up. Let people get talking here. Anyone else that would like to get into Maine Sidebanders? Of course, we'll take anyone the rest of the night, but one last call for roll call.
029, 029, hanging around the old Mercer Bog, looking for the check-in, Radio Man.
Okay, we got you, Floyd, up there in the Mercer Bog, Floyd. You're making the trip down here to New Hampshire. New Hampshire. Oh, frig. You're making the trip down here to New Gloucester. Anyone else, Maine Sidebanders, would like to get in anywhere? That was a little crunchy. Who was that?
Probably Boss Man.
Yeah, the old boss man over there wants pickles.
Oh, Boss Man's getting excited. We're talking about pickles, huh? All right. Before I open it up real quick, Stamp Collector, you got any questions? Is there anything you wanted to comment on before I open it up? Let you have the floor since you're kind of new here. Stamp Collector, you still in there?
I know these dudes are checking in on the radio frequency, but he's been on the radio about 50 years, he told us.
Well, I just meant new to Maine Sidebanders. All right. Well, anyways, I just wanted to give them an opportunity to get in there. But anyways, I guess we'll open it up. If anyone has anything to say or anything they want to do, radio checks, questions about the rash that they have, now's the time.
The rash, we can cut that.
Mr. Paranoid over here in Waldoboro.
Well, I want to know why the rash on my ass exactly matches the rash on Radio Man's front.
Whoa, no Diddy.
Oh, yeah, no Diddy, sorry.
I want to know where all the titties are.
No ditties, but with hairy titties.
There he is. There's Dick Hertz.
Yeah, I was running an old GE. It was working at first, but then it shot to bed.
Oh, so Regal's theory about too much KY and the mic slipped out of your hand wasn't correct?
Oh, he was was pretty close. Probably. Maybe.
Got the both sides arm box.
I thought he was out of Holden.
You gotta give Regal credit. He's always wherever the action is or going to be.
He reached for the KY and grabbed the super glue by mistake.
Oh, that's who that was when I heard on the scanner the other day.
Now we know why his dick hurts.
That's right.
Holden.
Hopefully with some new medicine, it'll be better next time.
10-4 with the ointment.
His dick hurts from Holden. Well, that's for you, big boy.
See, you guys miss me. I'm feeling the love.
Oh no, I just saw a sideband, a Roger beep, just go up 20 channels and down 20 channels.
Yeah, one of my neighbors.
It literally went up 20 and down 20. Holy shit.
I'm so happy to be out of the city out here in the country.
Oh, no, fun.
No doubt, right?
A wonderful day. It's like 20 feet up on the flat side. I haven't even fucked with it. Like I said, I cranked it down to 20 feet, so it's reaching as close to the ground, and I'm on the flat side, because the vertical side is way too high of a match. Yeah, that's kind of strange there. You got everything chewed up, good shape, whatnot, and you put it up there, and it goes haywire on you there. Like I said, there definitely sounds like it's not seeing its ground once it gets up in the air. And four.
Sounding scratchy.
Scratchy?
Yeah, 10-4, real scratchy.
I shouldn't be.
I don't know. I'm sure it's not on my end. Usually you sound 8 and great, but it just sounds scratchy. And I'm pretty close to you.
Just call me Scratchy Balls.
Scratchy balls. Scratchy balls.
Man, I ain't heard Scratchy Balls in years. He was a good old fella. Not really, but you know. Fat smeller. Fat smeller. What's going on, Mr. Swiper? Oh, not much. How you doing? Oh, we is definitely doing.
Oh, hey, Jose in Texas. Sorry, I was doing the roll call, so I wasn't paying attention. And N7 IPO, Bellingham, Washington. And oh, hey, Hutch. I'll let everyone know you're listening online.
Hey, so we went out to Margaritas. Hell yeah!
Happy birthday, Emily.
My youngest child is 22. That makes me feel fucking old. Come on.
You're old.
Oh, I thought you being old made you feel old.
Wow, Swiper, they're really inflating your ego, huh?
Yeah, I'm feeling the love.
Hey, I just wanted to note that Hutch 149 in Lewiston, he is listening online, so I just wanted to wave a hand for Hutch. He's listening to all of us.
Roger, on Hutch is listening, 149. Mr. Paranoid, 269er, waving a hand to that 149.
Fucking crawl out next to a radio, Hutch. Come on, fire something up. So we got a 25 channel there.
The rubber ducky antenna.
Breaker.
ahead, breaker.
I can actually fix it up here. Mr. Paranoid. How are you, Mr. Paranoid?
Good evening. What's going on?
Oh, not a whole lot. I usually don't get a chance to hear you out there. Yeah, I definitely hear you in here. You're about a 3 to 3.5 on the TV, just so you know.
10-4, about a 3. Not too bad, I guess. Yeah, you give me about the same back here in Walterboro.
Roger that, yeah. Still a good trip to me, though, considering me a barefoot.
10-4 on barefoot. I'm not barefoot. I get the slippers on this evening.
10-4. Yeah, we just talking on this radio. We just picked up Galaxy 99V and original.
10-4, sounds good over here. That's for sure. It sounds like it's right on.
Roger that. Well, that makes me happy. Got brand new covers, new bezel, new faceplate. It looks like a brand new radio.
Even better, right? There you go. Sounded good over here in Walterboro.
All right, we'll kick it back and let everybody else do their thing. You have yourself a good night, man. Good to hear you again.
Roger. 73's right back to you.
About that boss man, what happened to your antenna? You're only 25 feet off the ground.
Got stuck in his ass. Which way did he go?
Boss man. Yeah, go ahead. What's going on with your antenna?
I don't know. Well, with the talk on the vertical side and my fucking matches, we gotta, to the flat side.
Oh, 10-4 on being on the flat side.
Everything was all tightened up and, I don't know, we had a really bad windstorm and it all fucked up.
Did you have the, what was that? Pistol, whatever deal, got the pistol there, boss man, you didn't put that up?
Yeah, that's up.
How's that panning out?
That was not very good either. You couldn't even fucking get that thing tuned in for a freaking asshole.
What's the fucked up with that, right?
You sound kind of funky to me. I don't know if is this just on my end or anybody else is hearing the same thing I'm hearing. Oh no, he's overdriving that hard so he can still try to get out. Oh, is that what it is? Oh, that's what I thought it was. Can you back it down there, boss man?
All the way at the bottom.
10-4. Sometimes you sound good, you sound all right, but other times, oh, what the hell? Maybe he's pulling a swiper and not staying in the linear part of his amp. Who knows? Maybe he's not driving it hard enough with enough audio.
Emotional damage!
That's what I'm saying.
About it.
Yes, sir.
8 o'clock a.m. What the fuck? So 8 o'clock a.m.
Yeah, I know, it's so confusing. It's 8 p.m., but it's channel 20 a.m., huh?
Now it's all making sense.
Triple three.
Well, I talked to a 333 today, but that was down in Sydney, Australia.
Sorry about that. I was having technical difficulties with my other radio.
Too much KY on the mic.
Yeah, that seems to be going around. So I had to switch radios. Go ahead.
I got a sloppy copy on you.
What the hell? No!
Oh, send pictures.
I knew he had OnlyFans.
Hey, that was a private link. I paid extra for that. He told me if I sent $5 extra, I'd get a private link. Oh my God, I feel so used.
But it was probably worth it.
Mark wants the KY jelly.
Well, you know the addiction's bad if I sell my striker to pay the OnlyFans bill.
That cost you money? That cost you money to have your OnlyFans account?
Sorry, Floyd was talking.
I thought the OnlyFans account made you money.
Depends if you're receiving or pitching.
Which do you like to do, Bob? Do you like receiving money better in that case, or do you like spending money better in that case?
You know, I mean, I get an OnlyFans, and pretty much it's like a circular business. You know, I receive the money from, like, you know, my customers, and every red cent of it goes out to other people on OnlyFans for me to enjoy. So it's kind of a, you know, it's a wash. Literally, like, you know, washing my back, no ditty.
I just assumed you were buying new radios with it.
I wish I had enough people to me to buy a new radio.
That would be like a slick radio if you got it that way. Is that what you'd call a slick radio?
Oh, I'd do a show with it, that's for sure. I know I ain't hearing the person you're talking to. I suck.
Hello.
I thought we had dead quiet.
I can hear Double D, Mr. Paranoid over here in Waldoboro. I can hear him. I'm not sure where he's at, but I can hear him in Waldoboro.
I can hear him in Canton. Very faint, but I can hear him.
Well, it's definitely doing a bang-up job there. What do you got for a radio there, Double D?
Are we being punked right now?
He's talking to the D201A, yeah?
Talking on his tram, he said, from the 50s.
Yeah, it's D201A, yeah?
DD is in Port Clyde.
You really can hear him.
QSL on the old ram there for sure. Well, it's definitely sounding choice on my end there and whatnot there for sure. So I don't want to tie up the frequency there. We've got a lot of other stations out there. So
That was Double D in Port Clyde. I'd be hearing him well.
Yeah, exactly. He'd be blowing my doors off.
Nah, that ain't the Double D from Port Clyde.
Oh, I just looked back in my logbook, so it's a different one. Sorry.
I thought he was talking to some skip out of Boston, he said.
He usually blows my doors off.
Boyd, where was that guy located you were talking to, supposedly?
He's just talking about has an electrician wire for 220, and he's got to get a beam up next.
Floyd, I don't know if you can copy, but everyone's wondering, because I assumed it was Double D in Port Clyde, but this is a new Double D?
Oh, I think he's saying Double B. I think it's Busy B is going to be my guess. I can tell he's keying up whoever it is, but I can't hear him. But everything that he's talking about makes sense to maybe be Busy B. No, he knows about the Sidebanders, so I don't know. Who are you talking to, Floyd? Where is he?
Okay, Double D, what is the QTH? What is your location? Double D, what's your location?
QSL there, Double D. Listen up. There's another station that's going to be shouting on you there, Double D. Goes by Mr. Paranoid. Yeah, give it a shot there, Mr. Paranoid. I'm back quiet.
All right, Double D, can you hear Mr. Paranoid in Walterboro? Double D, can you hear Mr. Paranoid in Walterboro? What is your QTH? What's your location over there, Double D? Well, I heard you say you want to check in next Thursday, but what's your location?
Yeah, his location was in Boston. Boston near Mr. Paranoid.
Boston, New Hampshire?
It's a big mystery. No one knows.
Roger that, Double D. Roger that, Double D out there in Boston. There, you have yourself a great evening. And like I said, 70 degrees and enjoy the weekend. 029, Floyd.
I'm fucking so confused.
I was just thinking that too.
What's new?
Like Boston, Canada or something? What?
Boston's broken up into Cambridge, Somerville, Roxbury, West Roxbury, Mattapan, Dorchester, came into it. He said he was just down the road from Ironside. Old Ironside, okay. Give me a second. Yeah, Boston is the last map he was giving me was just down the road a little ways from the Ironside, Roger.
10-4, or just coming into Boston, Chelsea, just coming in, yeah.
So, Chelsea? Yeah, I'm fucking getting more confused by the moment.
Well, I was hearing them here, so I'm not sure. I don't think that's Skip.
Boston, Mass? I don't know. I'm not hearing anything else, and I did all 3 antennas, 4 antennas, and I didn't hear a damn thing.
Ted, boy, I could hear him, but he wasn't loud or anything, but I could hear him.
I mean, I'm not saying I can receive everything, that's for damn sure. I'm just, I'm truly kind of just curious. Was it coming in from Boston, Mass, or what the fuck are we talking about here?
Same for me. I hear people real good in southern Maine, and no. He's definitely not southern Maine. He's up Floyd's way somewhere.
I spun my antenna every direction but south. I assumed he was up Floyd's way.
I'm calling bullshit.
How about that station in Boston? We're pointed south. You copy the radio, man?
Maine? Charleston? But not well.
Katie, no, not me.
I'm getting absolutely nothing. Hard to tell whether someone's talking or the airwaves went dead.
Well, Ford's in there talking still.
Thank you.
Good evening, Floyd. Oh, not much. Everybody was wondering who you were talking to. We could hardly hear him. In Boston? Oh, that's weird. None of us down here towards the southern parts of Maine can hear him at all. That's odd. Yeah, roger. At one point, I thought I could hear him a little bit, but I couldn't tell what he was saying, so I assumed he was Mobile.
Go ahead, South Carolina.
I could pretty much hear him the whole time, just about, almost all of it, but he was very low the whole time.
Yeah, roger. That's weird. Huh.
If you're familiar with that area, the area of the
So Floyd, was he in an apartment? You said he was on the 51st floor?
Go ahead, Australia.
10-4 on that. Well, that's probably why it was working. That 102-inch whip is what's doing it for him. And up on the 51st floor, I'm sure, that's pretty high up.
Yeah, I about imagine running a Henry 4K with a 102-inch whip out your window in a high-rise ain't going to annihilate that fucking place.
Yeah, but I bet you'd do it.
Oh, I'm not saying I wouldn't do it. It'd be amazing, but, man, that's going to cause some damage in there.
Bridge for sale. Anybody interested in the bridge?
It's going to be walking away on you when you key up. Oh, wait, are we being serious? Sorry.
I'd be curious if that guy's on Facebook at all. I would like to be able to verify this. Floyd, if he's still on, ask him if he's on Facebook or something, if there's a way we can contact him. I would like to verify this. I want pics.
Does the bridge cross the river?
He said he had to get back out into the bubble with the rest of the group of people and have a few more drinks, so before his wife would get upset.
Was he drinking or was he eating magic mushrooms?
Yeah, you'll get some Facebook pictures when he was on vacation and old Ironside sitting there posing with a muscle picture.
What color is his favorite flavor crayon?
I think Swiper has something to say about this.
I think it's white.
Terrible.
I like green. That's my personal favorite.
Hey, man, that's my favorite color.
Mine's brown.
Right, clear.
Black is beautiful.
Yes, it is.
Now, brown is down.
I don't know. It just seems like somebody's pulling somebody's leg. I don't know. I could be wrong. I don't have fucking ears over here, so I'm just going by what I'm hearing from you guys.
Seems very suspicious. I'm with you.
Yeah, definitely sketchy.
I'm with you too, Swiper.
Hey, we do your work. What's going on?
I wonder what Floyd's been smoking.
Hello, 500. Good evening, good evening.
Good evening there, Mr. Paranoid. What are you doing?
Oh, just hanging out over here, Waldoboro, Mid-Coast, Maine.
Roger, the big signal over here. Wow, good signal.
10-4. No, just coasting this thing along.
Yeah, I just sat down and took a shower and I've been working all day and I sat down in my chair and heard somebody say bullshit or something. I said, well, I have to do the same thing, but yeah, all right, I'm out of the way there, Mr. Paranoid, but good hearing in there.
All right.
Easton 500.
500, 5x9, 5x9 out here on the Mid-Coast.
Thank you for the radio report. Same over here, 5x9.
How long you been listening, 500?
Oh, 30 seconds.
Oh, I was just curious if you were hearing the guy from Boston.
I did not. I just sat down, took a shower. It's sea rock today, so I had like sea rock dust in my hair. I could get out of there. You do this shower.
Roger.
Why, 500? I heard your voice and I had to prepare my ears for your Roger beep and it didn't come.
I'm sure if you ask nice enough.
That's what she said.
Yeah. I love it when she asks nice.
Heck yeah.
I give her anything she wants as long as she can't keep eye contact.
I guess I should choose my wording a little bit more appropriately.
Always. Especially when you're on a channel full of vultures.
I know, what happened to Sting, huh? Now it's, free something, what, free bird? No, I don't know. Radio Free Maine, formerly known as Sting. Yep, that doesn't sound right. Something wrong with that. Deadpool. Well, if it works for you there, Sting, I guess it's going to be Radio Free Maine.
I'm going to say no Diddy for this before I start, but it kind of sounds like the person formerly known as Prince, you know, when you change your name to something weird. I don't know. Getting a little concerned.
And if it's radio free, where do I sign up? I'll take a free radio.
Radio Free Maine. So that's where my board got messed up. I got Sting 265 in J. Maine 265 in North J. That's correct, yeah. I was using Sting for a lot of years. I just decided how many kilowatts to get, and I just went with Radio Free Maine. Everybody else was kind of looking into it, so I said, oh, I'll run with it. Yeah, 10-4, and I can cross this Sting off of my board here and make room for somebody else to go up there. That's great. There you go. There you go. I got my other hobby going too, my snowmobile. I joined the Captain High Riders. Now I was thinking about putting a radio on my snowmobile, and I thought, no, I wouldn't be able to hear shit. That's true. Now with the wind waving by you on, now let's get a headset plug inside that helmet. That's what.
102-inch whip on that thing.
Who's that big radio up there in J? That big radio up there in J. What's going on up there in J?
A lot of gay shit.
Well, not much here downtown Lewiston, trying to stay safe, you know. Walking up the windows and the doors, other small ones crawling in. Roger, roger. Yeah, I'll let you know. Sounding good here in downtown Lewiston out of J. 910S units, no pain, roger. It is the 500, yep. In and out, but yeah, you're sounding really good. Roger, the Radio Free Man. Keep up the good work. We're listening. Out of the way.
Yeah, that's too long of a handle. Fuck that thing.
Well, you cried the last time. All right, I won't mention it.
Yeah, you weren't supposed to. Don't cry.
500 downtown
Bump up, no pain. By the hand of it. Where are you?
Yeah, good evening. 500. Out here around with the bump.
Yep, I'm the bump right back at you. Sounding good.
Bump, bump. Yes, no, maybe.
Yeah, that's my brother. My older brothers there.
door right there. I can throw up there. But yeah, pipeline, gotcha. No pain.
Somebody's sucking my receiver now.
Oh, you're loud and proud here at downtown Lewiston, right around 9S units. Roger, roger. Yep, looking right at my meter there. It's old Yazoo, one of those digital things there, but yep, 9S units, no pain, pipeline. And it
Give you a 9? Holy shit, give me a 1.
no Donald Duck on it, please.
Go to 3-5.
Right there,
He gives you a 9 there, 500?
You know, go pumping downtown Lewiston. Out of the way, roger, roger.
How about that double D? How about that double D? Can you hear Mr. Paranoid now? Well, maybe he didn't QSY.
Over here, but I think they jumped down to 35.
Just for you guys listening, I'm listening to 2 channels at once. They tried to pick up the guy in Boston on channel 35, so I'm listening to 2 channels at once.
Pretty cool. What's going on? It seems kind of weird, huh?
I don't have any sign CFIs, and I want on it anyway.
Alright, I've switched to the beam pointed south, see if I can hear this guy.
How the radio works or something, I don't know. Tram D201A, yes sir, I've seen those. Roger, roger. Yeah, I'm still running my FTGX10 over here, and that's that MOSFET amp I built. This thing is awesome. I love it.
Yeah, it sounds good, nice and clean, you know what I mean? The audio's clean, easy listening. It sounds good. I'm still running the Fairport, Washington over here. That is, I say Washington, a lot of people say, oh yeah, nice old Maine radios, yeah, I'm running with the HI 8000 depth mic.
Oh yeah, there you go. Yeah, I'm running the Hio headset, the Pro 7 on my GX10 right now, and got all that going up to the Vector 4000. So about 100, about 1,000 whiskeys up there to the Vector. Yeah, about 1,000.
How about that? And you got a copy on Runt and Bowden?
Yeah, I went on. It appears to be just Floyd and Paranoid talking on 35. I thought they were trying to get that guy in Boston, so I muted that channel out. We're back on channel 37, lower side.
She's a quanking.
Yubba-dubba-doo.
Well, no one's talking up here, and you guys went down to 35.
Yeah, I went down to 35 just for a moment, so I didn't hear what he had to say, but if he dropped down there, he was online up on frequency there with us, so I jumped back up here.
Wait, who went to 35, them bastards?
You didn't fill out your TPS report with Screwdriver.
Yeah, we need a cover sheet. Yeah.
I thought I heard her saying something about Maine, yeah?
I'm fucking calling bullshit right now. Bullshit.
Still on the bridge.
Is that Boston station again?
Got a toll booth on it. Selling it cheap. Double D, about a double D. Got a copy on the Swiper in Auburn.
You don't get out.
Good time, quiet down. Can't blame a guy for trying. Come on.
Oh, I don't expect to hear him, but
Hello, Floyd, can you tell
this fucking radio's not working right today.
Double D here, me, Mr. Paranoid?
I'm hearing you fine.
Swiper was trying for him. Can you hear Mr. Paranoid trying for him? Can you find out, Floyd?
Double D, if you're still in there, we got a lot of locals up this way. Wondering if you might be able to hear any of the other stations that are up this way. We got several stations trying to get back to you up this way, Double D. If you can hear them up there or not, I'm not sure.
About a double D. Got a copy on the Swiper in Auburn. Auburn, Maine.
About a double D, about a double D, about a double D, Mr. Paranoid, Waldoboro, Maine. Double D, Mr. Paranoid, Waldoboro, Maine.
Man, y'all sound desperate.
10-4, terrible, huh?
Yeah. Everybody wants a pair of double Ds. I like a set of B's myself.
I'm not desperate. I'm calling bullshit.
I got it on my video. Just scroll on back to the beginning, you'll hear it.
Oh, I'm not denying that you're talking to somebody. Yeah.
I'm not being interrupted. I'm sniffing really hard. Nothing there.
Where the hell is Cobra at?
Nobody with all these big ears out here. We got 500 under the hill. We got Screwdriver with big ears out there. We got Radio Man with big ears. And, you know, we got all these big radios out here, and nobody's hearing them.
Yeah, somebody who's 5 miles from you can hear him, so it's weird.
See, I could hear they say Boston or anything like that. That's what I'm saying. He's a mouse in your back pocket. He's a mouse in your back pocket.
I'm just thinking the two people that can hear somebody from Millinocket and absolutely nobody else can, but they can sometimes tell he keys up, are the two people that can hear him tonight. I don't know. I'm not saying it's him. I'm just thinking it's like someone up that direction. I could be completely wrong. I've seen Skip do some weird shit, and I know Boston's only about 120 miles from here, you know, so maybe it's possible, but I would think, you know, with your location in the bog, that's great for Skip, but if that's short distance Skip, I think that's too short for short distance Skip without anybody else hearing it. It's just weird.
It's a mouse in his back pocket.
Anybody else hear Australian here earlier? Yeah, I was hearing him.
That's just a bit farther from Boston.
Floyd's doing a live stream on Facebook.
Fix it. Did you just say he was hearing him? You were hearing him?
No, I was talking to somebody else. I was talking to Australia at 7:30.
All right, shut up, Pat.
You dig, man.
So nobody else could hear that Double D, nobody else except for Floyd and me?
Yeah, I guess I was hearing things there. We're all on mushrooms there, Mr. Paranoid.
I don't think anybody's accusing you of not hearing him. I just think people are accusing him of being like Mobile right in between you two or something weird like that. We're not saying you're making it up and talking to nobody. I just think the person you're talking to may not have been in Boston.
You know, if he was on the 51st floor of a high-rise, one, it's probably rental property, and they're not going to allow it. Two, if he was, he's going to have one hell of a signal, but where's he going to put these kind of off his balcony? And then he's going to interfere with somebody else's stuff, you know, whether it's a radio or something else. And then three, if he was up that high, we would be able to hear him because of his height. That's right, 51 floors. But at the same time, whoever they were talking to could very well, I mean, that's, when you think about how far away that is, that's one hell of a trip. I can barely hear Paranoid, and he's only in Waldemar, and I'm in the same state. I mean, I'm only in Jay, which is 2 hours north of the Union border. So, you know, when you think about Boston, that's 3 hours south and driving at 70 miles an hour.
What are you running tonight, Sting? What are you running tonight? Go back to that 69, would you?
All right, I got something I want to say here.
All right, well, we're all shitting on everybody. Why not?
No, this isn't shit. So I just looked at a list of buildings in Boston that are over 50 stories. At number 6 is the South Station Tower at 51 stories. Number 5 is the Millennium Tower at 60 stories. Number 4 is the Winthrop Center building at 52 stories. One Dalton, 61 stories at number 3. Number 2 is the Prudential Tower, 52 stories. And the John Hancock Tower at 60 stories. So there's only 6 possible buildings that guy could be in if he's on the 51st floor.
He probably did. I mean, Floyd, you talked to them for quite a while, so I'm sure he told you all kinds of shit.
Did I not get out?
No, I heard you. So what are you trying to say? He's probably not staying in one of the the biggest, most expensive apartments in the country and having a tram talking on the radio?
Yeah, I'm kind of calling bullshit. I mean, that's 6 possible buildings, and they're probably some of the most expensive real estate in Boston, and I'm having a hard time believing that he scuttled an 8-foot-long antenna in the fucking elevator up 51 stories.
This is getting good. So look up South Tower. Did you say South Tower was on that list, Radio Man?
Yeah, South Station Tower, which was probably... Okay, if he's telling the truth, and he's right near South Station Tower is 51 stories.
Oh, so he's in the, like $10,000 a week penthouse is what you're telling me.
Yeah, the one with the helicopter on it.
In his grandfather's penthouse, he brought a tram there to talk for the weekend. Was his name Trump, I wonder?
Well, if you're paying that much for a fucking apartment, you probably carry anything in and out you wanted.
I mean, you're not wrong. If I lived on the penthouse, if I was on the 51st story of that 51st apartment, I would definitely be throwing a beam up on the roof. Why the fuck not?
Well, now we know where he got his handle, Double D. That's from Dunkin' Donuts. He was the original owner.
I don't know. CB's pretty cool. I mean, I'd still talk on it. I'd be with the President Randy Mobile walkie-talkie talking just because I could.
Oh, yeah, I would have a CB radio on the top of the South Station Tower, too. You fucking know it. And I'd probably have it on a 50-foot tower at the top.
So you had 100-inch whip?
Yeah, 102-inch whip right now until he puts up the 4-element beam.
No, I can't even hear Floyd. Jesus.
You think they would let him put a 4-element beam on the top of South Station Tower? I mean, I guess if you technically are in the penthouse, you're paying the biggest amount for the room that anybody's going to pay in the whole building. So you probably, if you're going to pay that $10,000 a week or a night or whatever the fuck it is, you probably could put a beam on the roof. They probably let you. I'm either going with this guy is the most awesome guy that I've ever heard, or this guy is sitting in a mobile with a little Will right over there in Waterville fucking with people. But yes, go right ahead, Sting.
Like I said, Bell's in his back pocket.
See, I actually kind of disagree a little bit with those, just because I'm thinking nobody listens to AM, FM stereo, especially in that fucking place. So I don't over an FM stereo station right next to, me running a couple thousand watts. So I don't know if I believe that. And if you are in the penthouse, and you've been there a while, maybe you do have range to do whatever the fuck you want. I mean, that's the high roller suite. Throwing mattresses out the window and shit. So, being able to put an antenna up, I mean, you're paying to do whatever the fuck you want in that place. So, like I said, in my book, this guy is either the coolest guy that I fucking have ever heard on the radio, or, he's pulling our leg. But maybe he's the coolest guy ever. Who knows?
He's not hearing any of the big radios down here, down south. He's not hearing any of the big radios down south.
Screwdriver, I think you were missing the point about the AM/FM. I think the point is that for work, I used to have to go down to the Prudential building. Those have TV transmitters up there and AM/FM transmitters on the roof of the building. It would be spanking the shit out of his Tram D201. I guarantee it.
Oh, shit!
I mean, I love it. I do love it. You know, this gets everybody talking. I love it. I'm going to go back and listen to the live not live, but listen to it a couple more times and just see if that voice is familiar or, you know, hell, we might listen to it and be like, crap, you know, that we know that from TV.
I'm firing up the Maine Sidebanders AI, and I'm feeding this data into our AI artificial intelligence to see what it has to say.
Oh, it's Donald Trump Jr. or some shit?
I'm feeding this into the Maine Sidebanders artificial intelligence to see what it has to say.
Computing. I mean, I do know I have 100% heard Floyd's lives where he is hearing Skip that I don't hear at all. I 100% have heard that before, Floyd. You know, I'm not going to lie. So, you know, just for it to be in there that long and consistent for you, I just don't know. But I have 100% heard you talking to people and hearing people way before and way after I can. So, you know, I'm not going to rule it out, you know. I just, yeah, I mean, maybe this guy is the coolest guy ever. Hell, fuck, maybe it's Elon Musk. Who knows?
We're talking, we're thinking this is Skip.
Yeah, exactly. Well, I have to think it's some type of short skip swiper. I don't know. But let's say it is point to point. That would be fine. You can go that 120 miles, because Boston's 120 miles, so maybe we could go point to point from him to, we'll say, like 500 or Hightower, or, you know, fucking Cobra. But, you know, you're going from an elevation of, let's say, 1,800 feet from his antenna to an elevation of, you know, 1,000 feet here. Going from 1,800 feet to, let's say, the 150 feet above sea level, I don't know if that's what you're at, Floyd, but, you know, that is totally possible too, but other people would be hearing them. I would venture to guess. I don't know.
Well, that's my whole point. That's my whole point. Nobody's hearing him other than, what, 2 people up in the same area? And that person, supposedly in Boston, is not hearing any of the big radios out here.
No, I was hearing them. You hear him, KZ? Yeah, I was hearing him a little bit there for a while.
Roger on that.
All right, who's hearing that? Who's that talking? Who's that?
Man, that radio is awfully tinny to me. Maybe it's just me, but that is hard to, yeah.
That's terrible.
It is hard to make you outsting. It's not off frequency. It just, either your mic is cranked up too much, you're running a D104 in a hollow room. I don't know. It's almost unintelligible because it's just kind of tinny and all really high pitch. I don't know. Maybe it could just be me, but it definitely sounds a little much. All right, so this throws a little bit of a wrench in everything if KC is hearing them, who KC has super fucking hearing in New Hampshire, but there's no way it's skipped from Boston to him because he's probably only 80 miles away. So, yes, you might hear him barely at 80 miles, but how the hell is he giving somebody at 150 miles a 5? You know, that throws a wrench in all of our thinking. We got to definitely put this into the AI search engine that Radio Man is writing the algorithm for right now. Yes, that does sound better. Yeah, I assume, yep.
Okay, keep this in mind. He's on Boston Harbor. That means he's at sea level. I'm sitting at 520 feet above sea level, and my antenna is 30 feet off the ground. That means I have a higher height than he's got. So how can I not hear him?
And for Skip, though, being at sea level for Skip and being in a bog and being by a lake at low sea level, being down by the river at 50 feet above sea level, for Skip it can be a big bonus. It's weird. So, is it a really short skip? I don't know. I really don't know. Like, this is actually interesting. This really is kind of it's a little mind-boggling and interesting.
Screwdriver, are you hearing any skip?
I am hearing nothing. And I went, to the stacked fives horizontal. I went to the Moonraker vertical and horizontal. But I did also point up towards Floyd in his direction, and I didn't hear anybody either. So, that kind of shoots a hole in my theory about him being up towards Floyd. So I don't know.
I heard him at river level. TP 505 Maine. Heard him.
Yeah, Steve, TP 505, Steve. You were hearing the guy, Double D, out of Boston?
250-mile
That was a little rough with you, Pipeline and 505 feet up at the same time, but I did hear you both. Yeah, and don't get me wrong, I've had proof that I've talked into, like, Vermont before at, what was it, like 180 miles one night, and, the guy it was legit, and it was just some weird short skip. So, I mean, it does happen. And if I remember right, when that happened, I know there was other people on the radio. We're on sideband when it happened. It was the Thursday night. And I don't believe anybody else could really hear him. They thought I was full of shit, and they were watching the live as it happened. And it was weird. So, I mean, I'm not saying it's not a possibility.
That guy from Australia was talking about some super weird conditions up his way, too.
Well, we all know that there's only so far AM can go. And even when you add our power boxes to it, I mean, I could throw 500 watts out of here, and I still couldn't reach Paranoid, but I could just barely get him on AM. I mean, on sideband. So how the hell is he going to make it all the way up here from Boston over 100 miles away?
I mean, we talk to Belfast, not every week anymore. I haven't really talked with John in a little while, but, from me to Belfast is fucking 90 miles, 95 miles, and we do talk every week consistently, or we did for a while.
Well, my sister lives in Quincy, right in Squamish, which is a part of Quincy. It's part of Quincy Harbor, but it's also part of Boston Harbor. But she lives right there, and if you get on the roof of her house on the widow's walk, you can look right into the harbor. I just don't see him making that trip all the way up here.
The poles on the sun just shifted.
What shifted?
The poles on the sun.
What we need this guy to do, the next time he comes in, Floyd, tell him to make sure, and we'll check if he does, but tell him to get on Maine Sidebanders and join Maine Sidebanders and make a comment or something similar. I mean, if it's some guy that just made an account tonight, then we can call bullshit. But if it's some guy that shows him living in Boston for the last 10 years, then, hey, this guy's fucking awesome.
Not as cool as me.
Floyd, become friends with him. Let's go party in this bubble in Boston. I'm fucking in.
Hey, you got some more modulation you can put in that thing?
I didn't hear that. What was that?
Do you have some more modulation you can put in that radio?
I switched microphones because they said the other one was too tinny.
Alright,
just noticed your modulation went way down.
Yeah, 10-4. They said that it was 210 or what's the next one? Yeah.
If you can come up in channel, you're a little off channel actually, boy.
Sting.
I mean Sting, sorry.
Oh, sorry. It's not Sting. It's the artist formerly known as Sting, now a crazy symbol, formerly Free State of Maine. Wait, what? I fucked that all up. Sting, sorry.
Yeah, you're a little low in frequency.
Well, I don't know. I mean, I'm running barefoot on this 99G. I switched microphones because I was told the other one was too tinny and too loud. I don't know.
Yeah, it's not. You're off frequency. You need to come up in frequency a little bit.
Any blue?
Try it again.
How much? I'm out there.
Oh, nice.
Perfect. Right there.
Try it again. Talk a little bit.
Yeah, check. 1, 2, test.
Oh my God, so much better. I'll switch back to that loud mic if you want.
Alright, I'll give that a shot. See if that makes a difference. Starting to find out maybe this clarifier's been unlocked. Big difference. You sound great now.
Still have to get Screwdriver's amazing concept on that one.
You don't sound amazing.
He might not sound amazing, but he definitely sounded a lot betterer.
Actually, we're taking radio checks. I'll take a radio check. How's this thing sound?
Actually sounds pretty good. You sound pretty close to on frequency, Maniac.
Fake or not, if the guy was pulling our leg, it still created a lot of conversation. So it's all fun. I don't know. I'm dubious. I think it's someone pulling someone's leg, but either way, we still had fun with it.
Out here in fucking 6 months. This is awesome.
Well, it is the CB too, so you got to put that into factor. So is this sounding better with this microphone now? 100%.
Yeah, just being off that little bit low on frequency because your pitch goes up. Maybe that was 90% of it.
Okay, 10-4.
Yeah, it's hard with a 5-digit free counter to really know.
Now you're sounding as good as Pipeline.
Take that Pipeline and smoke it.
There you dear. Way down here now, Sting.
What's that?
I can hear you down here. Maniac said that.
10-4 Maniac. I got you in here at about 3 dBs, man. I heard you that time.
Yeah, cool.
I hear Maniac over here, Waldoboro.
Somebody in Waldoboro.
10-4, Mr. Paranoid up here in Waldoboro. I hear you, Maniac.
Oh, 10-4 on the Paranoid in Waldoboro. Yeah, I get pretty good ears on this 148.
Yeah, roger that. Yeah, you're coming in pretty good up here tonight. I got you at 5x3.
Yeah, cool.
Good evening, Mr. Paranoid and Maniac, you're homo.
Yeah, so are you.
How's this one sounded tonight?
You sound perfect, just like you usually do.
Can you feel the love?
Thank you, sir. You sounded good up here as usual.
I'm just fucking with you, Maniac, there. Just waving a hand in a swiper kind of way.
Can you feel the love?
I know. I felt the love.
Here you in Canton, Maniac.
Did you feel pressure too? I love it.
Yeah, it's good to be talked about, ain't it?
Yeah, if they talk shit to you like that, you know they like you. So, yeah. Maybe I'm wrong.
That's right.
The most honest answer, I almost would believe it would be Swiper.
I'll tell you what, guys. I actually had to...
How about you, Maniac? You got Skywalker here in Lisbon?
I hear you, Skywalker. There's somebody else in there, too. Being quiet for a second.
Well, good evening.
Evening.
I think we can have a little fun with this DD in Boston thing. I think we're going to have to unleash the internet sleuths on this one.
I agree.
I was looking at all the buildings that were over 50 stories, and I was kind of curious there, Floyd. Where did he... Because I thought at one point he said around the corner from... the USS Constitution, but then at one point I heard, at one point I heard something about South Station and then USS Constitution.
Yeah, pad right there. What was it? Wore a trench coat, drove a shitty car.
No, Floyd, I think everyone's having fun with it. It's, you know, it gets everyone out of the woodwork. Even if it's bullshit, I don't think I think everyone's having fun with it. I mean, I think it's kind of fun. I've been on Google, and I'm kind of leaning towards this guy's bullshit, just from researching buildings in Boston and where he said he was.
And you'd never hear him again. It's just, yeah.
I can't get out on the radio because everyone's talking, but I can get out on the stream.
Now throwing me for a loop, though.
I guess I'll just talk over here.
And now, and then he just drifted right out.
So, yeah, you're going more to the point now with you. It has to be Skip, but that's less than 100-mile skip to you, so I don't know. It's fucking, it is weird.
Does fall in that short skip phenomenon.
Yeah, but the higher elevation is where you're going to get the easiest transmission. It's especially with skip and on sideband. That's how we're able to reach as far as we are with each other right tonight. So to actually travel, like, what is it? It's like 185 miles to my mother's house. That's a half hour south of Boston. It takes me 3 hours.
Well, Floyd, the only building that's 51 stories tall is South Station Tower. And it looks like it topped out in November 2023. And if you look on Wikipedia, it's a new building. It says that the property was initially proposed by Heinz Interest. I don't know. It says it's under construction. Estimated completion 2025. That's the only building that's 51 stories. That in a penthouse is typically the top building. I don't know, Floyd. I don't know. I think I'm going to put something on Facebook about this, though. I would have liked to have known if this guy was on Facebook. I would have loved to have seen some pictures.
Well, that's the best part about this. We're going to be talking about this for a week.
I've given up getting out on the radio.
We're just going to all have to agree that was Elon Musk really bored owning the top penthouse of this building.
We've been talking about this dude for all this time. Where the fuck is he?
But again, doesn't anybody seem to agree that if you're, living in an apartment building, that there's rules and regulations?
There is rules and regulations, but, if you live in the top penthouse of South Station Tower, you're allowed to have a fucking tiger in there. You know what I mean? You're paying $10,000 a night, $80,000 a year to rent this place. You are kind of allowed to do whatever the fuck you want at that point. So that part of the story could maybe check out.
Okay, and what
I love it. We got so much talking going on the radio, it spilled into the chat.
He souped it up.
I mean, you know, a tram is still a quintessential radio. You know, I mean, if he's a collector, maybe his grandfather, he said he was at his grandfather's place, so it could have been his grandfather's radio he bought brand new. Double D was for Dunkin' Donuts. Like somebody said, maybe he was the owner of fucking started Dunkin' Donuts. He has millions and millions of dollars. His grandfather's retired and almost dying, and they were there for a party, and this guy's just bored talking on his radio. You know, see, we could maybe spin all kinds of stories with this. We're waiting for our AI to come back to us and give us the real answer, though.
That's true, it could.
Oh, he could definitely be listening to the live right now in his car, sitting in the middle of Waterville with a little Will on top of his vehicle, going, listen to these fucking morons, you know. Or it could be Elon Musk landed a fucking rocket on top of, 51 down there. Who knows?
All right, I want to say something.
The floor is open.
We're not that far from Boston. I would like to think that we could somehow get a boots on the ground report. Like, hey, there's got to be a local CB scene in the Boston. Oh, man. It's got to be a local CB scene down in Boston. And I'm willing to bet we should be able to get a boots on the ground report. Is this guy DD full of shit? Because they got to be hearing him down there.
Oh, yeah, somebody down there, when you talk to some of them big boys, they'd be like, oh, yeah, no, this guy's in a penthouse and he gets on the radio once every 6 months, you know. Somebody would have talked to him down there at some point. So, yes, maybe some feelers out on the interwebs.
Yeah, I got a better idea. We got a couple of guys to put together some money to bail my ass out. I will go down there to South Station Towers, go to the 51st floor, knock on everyone's door, and ask them who's got a CB radio and a 102-inch whip. And if not, I'll go onto the roof, bring me a power supply and a radio, and I'll bring a 102-inch whip, and I'll try keying up and see if you can hear me. Radio man.
Yes, go ahead.
Did you do a video thing on YouTube?
Yeah, I'm running video and I'm running audio. Now, I didn't get the first 20 minutes of roll call, but all this stuff about us going on.
But maybe somebody, like you say, on the interwebs will listen to this whole fucking thing, and we'll get a comment. You'll get a comment or some shit on it.
Yeah, I got audio on it too. I think it's going to be funny to play this back. But I kind of like the idea of going down there. That's why we need the Maine Sidebander short bus for field trips.
Short bus. Wait. I just did some quick searching. So this could go a couple different ways now. The South Station Tower is luxury condos. It is not even fucking completed. The building is still under construction. It started in 2020 and it's still going.
Do you think he'd have us down for a party for appetizers?
Is this some construction worker that just snuck in there and put a fucking antenna on one of the steel girders that's still hanging out or something?
Throw bum money in it. Alright, so who's building the short bus with the key down machine in it?
I'm a firm believer we need the Maine Sidebander short bus for field trips.
You're right.
Trip up to the 52nd floor.
Oh, I mean, if Screwdriver got invited to a party at a penthouse, he'd have to dye his mohawk.
You fucking know it. I'm dying everything.
Well, you're gonna put like a 16 pill fucking motor mall and shit in that short bus.
32 pills, school bus.
All right, wait a second. Hold on. I got a comment here. So Floyd's been sending me messages, and he said the guy did say the building's under construction. It's still being built. So Floyd's sending me all kinds of messages over the internet here.
So this has a Ritz-Carlton that is a standalone restaurant just for the residents in there. The 51st floor has 2 units on there. 2 on the whole 51st floor. And the estimated cost is about $500,000 a year to rent the place. So they don't rent it out like a hotel. It's like a yearly type deal. You're kind of owning it more like a condo, but it's like $500,000 a year.
I got a theory. I got a theory.
All right, let's hear the theory.
All right, it's still under construction. It's some blue-collar dude that's working on the building.
Maybe it is.
And he's staying there, like the tower dudes, or not the tower dudes, but the crane guys that work in the crane all day, and that big radio in the crane, here in New York and shit. Maybe it's one of them dudes.
I mean, the thing has like 6 bathrooms on that one, in the one room.
6 bathrooms in one room? Is that like putting a fucking Polish man in a round room telling to pee in a corner?
Exactly. I guess I shouldn't say one room, but, in one room of the hotel room. So one penthouse has like 6 bathrooms in it when you're up on that floor. Actually, I think I'm lying. I think this says it only has 36 floors. I wasn't lying about the bathroom thing, but I think it only has 36 floors.
Anybody know any radio operators down there in that direction?
Yeah, 36 floors. That's minor. I'll take 2 of those.
Well, one of the pictures, see, now it's not finished, so the pictures, I don't know if they're like AI generated. One of the pictures shows the rooftop, the top floor above the clouds, like coming up out of the clouds.
Are you guys imagining the absurdity of this? Like, the guy's down... sorry about that. The guy's down there, and his wife's mad at him because he's missing hors d'oeuvres because he's busy on his Tram D201. I mean, I don't know about... This is not passing the straight face test.
Oh, it's definitely not, but it's still awesome.
All right.
It's awesome. This some guy is fucking mobile.
That's much better height, but what would be the chance of talking in a station like that, like right now?
Jerking us off.
Jerking you off?
I don't think it's jerking anyone off. I think we're all just having a lot of fun with it. I mean, it's kind of like, it's a mystery, and everyone's having fun with it. I don't think anyone's getting jerked off by it.
Buck could probably beat me in his fucking mobile.
And you know what? That would be hilarious.
I actually said it was BB up there at first because I thought I heard him and it almost sounded like him, and I know I can barely hear him, and, I know Floyd can. I was like, did you say double B or double D? All right, so now I'm looking someplace else. It says it is a 51-story project at 678 feet.
This is right up his alley. This is the game he would play. He would love it. If he was pulling this off, he'd be fucking giggling his ass off.
Pissing himself as we speak.
Yeah, I still like the idea of all of us going down to, like our own episode of Maine Sidebanders Investigates, and we get invited down for a party. We all have to wear suits with bow ties.
That means I have to go shopping. Fuck that.
Oh no, you can do the T-shirt with the bow tie. That's acceptable.
So which one is the T-shirt tuxedo?
Is sweatpants okay?
Sweatpants and tuxedo, yeah. T-shirt tuxedo, you'll be fine.
There you go.
I'm bringing the Lafayette Dynacom 6 so I can call back to Cobra.
Randy Bo Bandy.
I mean, if I'm on the top floor of a 51st floor of that building or whatever, I want an IMAX or something up there. Maybe a Vector 4000, you know?
I mean, it does seem like the two hobbies or the two lifestyles definitely don't fit together. And if it was some guy who said, you know what, I'm a construction worker and I'm fucking being a hobo and I snuck in because it's not finished and I'm staying here for the night and I did some guerrilla warfare, threw up an antenna, that's fucking amazing. But not to say you're having a party in one of these glass bubbles on the roof like you see on TV. That is a little, I don't know. There's a lot about this story that is sketch, but it's absolutely amazing.
He's 007. He was talking from his watch. No, he's talking from his shoe phone.
Did he actually take it off and pull the antenna out first before he keyed up?
Actually, if I say that now, I think if it was me, I wouldn't try to stick a 102-inch whip up there, man. You could have a piece of wire in a backpack that's way longer than that.
Yeah, Greg.
Well, anyway. Whatever.
What was that, Casey?
Yeah, I'm just thinking because I had a few friends a few times there went on top of Mount Washington. They always talk to Boston, Mass all the time there on the radio. But everybody in New Hampshire and a lot of people in the state of Maine, Vermont, even parts of Connecticut was hearing him on the mountain of Mount Washington. But, you know, the return, you can hear everybody up there. I tell you, it's amazing. But it's funny, though. Oh, I heard him a little bit there, then he faded out there. I don't want to say he's like maybe partial skip.
Oh, yeah, I didn't hear him.
Hot pockets, anybody? I don't like hot pockets.
I was just thinking back in the day, my dad used to tell me he'd talk to somebody on Mount Washington, you know, and that was running a lot less power than we are right now.
Oh, yeah, just a 4-watt radio on top of Mount Washington. Boy, you're getting it all over goddamn place in New England.
Yeah, I don't know if that was...
Yeah, they did a thing like this back in the day, and that guy would, he was, I don't know, ran the control station up there or whatever.
It's damn snow.
Hey, KC.
Yes?
When I was a kid growing up in Vermont, I was up on Pico's Peak, which is just a little bit. Ow, son of a bitch! I'm having technical difficulties here. Which is just a little bit lower than Killington's Peak. It's like just a little under 4,500 feet, and I was up there with a little Radio Shack handheld, and I was talking to people in New York, New Hampshire, Maine, Massachusetts, and all the locals thought I was full of shit.
All you do, when you get some serious elevation, it's amazing. Just on a 4-watt radio.
Yeah, when you're over a mile high, you know, at 6,000 feet, you know, that's a completely different story than being at 500 feet above sea level.
Nick Manzano, this is CB Radio.
Oh, you.
I'm still full of short bus field trip.
It's probably better than that.
The short bus, that's funny.
Hey, everybody throw in $20. Let's hit the short bus field trip. Let's do this.
Hell yeah.
At least he's on our side, Swiper.
Oh, I'm glad he's on our side. Don't get me wrong. I'm not knocking the guy. I love him.
Yeah, you know.
I don't know what it talks, but I'll cut a piece of this friggin' window curtain and I'll tie that around my neck.
Yeah, but when he comes over here and he puts ear protection and eye protection on to cut one link of chain, you know, I'm like, that's not a Mainer.
Yeah, we use we use a face shield.
Like, well, he wears a fucking, don't get me wrong, I fucking love it. He wears a fucking scientist jacket, the white fucking coat, to do videos of him doing experiments on fucking video. So I fucking love it.
Yeah, I love that one too with the lab coat on.
And that's the lab coat.
Well, so maybe wearing an apron and doing that, but yeah, that's more official.
When you pulled out the ear protection and eye protection, took out one link of chain, I was like, what the fuck?
He was going to use your die grinder for it.
I just realized you're making fun of me. Fuck you.
Well, yes and no at the same time.
What the fuck?
Don't get me wrong, Radio Man. I love you to pieces. You're awesome. But when I saw that, I was like, okay, what the fuck?
Care and protection. Mama only gave us one set of eyes.
We're not at work here. OSHA's not around.
Just after the holiday, when I go, I'm bringing a radio, a power supply, and a 102-inch whip, and I'm going to use my Mr. McCool. I'm going to try to reach you guys. If you don't answer me, I'm going to record it so I can prove it. But if it was Skip, it'll never happen again, probably. I don't give two shits about it. I don't care if that was a fucking alien contacting us from Saturn. I ain't just joking. Hey, for shits and giggles, y'all want to hop on a bus and head down there and try it out? I'm all for the adventure and having a good time as long as we don't get arrested. I don't give a shit.
I don't even care about getting arrested. Let's go. Arrested?
Yeah, I got a kid here that needs her dad. I can't reach him as much as I really can, but, you know, I'll just point a finger and be like, Radio Man, you know. Good times, about to be a good time until that time. Please put your hands around your back,
I don't know Nick, what kind of CB radio? It's a Striker 955 is the radio that I'm running. There's all bunch of guys on here.
What's going on here? Radio Man did it.
What you got going on over there tonight, Radio Man? You've had a few times of odd key up and cutouts.
Oh, that friggin' every once in a while, that high SWR alarm. It looks like I got to go into like the service menu to turn it off. And I'm not going to do that while I'm on the air.
You shouldn't have to go into a service menu. I know I did it on mine with just a regular menu, I could have swore.
I don't know. I looked in the function menu and I didn't see anything. Maybe I got to look again.
Double check your connections first.
Get over.
Check the grounding. That's what it is. You gotta check the grounding. You did that right, Tasman.
He's flat ground.
Oh, that's right. Well, I also got my time machine coming in the mail, too.
Nice.
TC.
Yes.
Yeah, I'd like you to know that my aunt survived the ass kicking I gave her there last week.
Well, copy on that.
I think you were in there for that, weren't you?
Yeah, I was there for that with Buddha and all them.
Yeah, it was last Friday or last Saturday there. I don't know. I was pretty drunk, but I thought I cooked the shit out of my amp. It popped the fuses. It shut down. I had to stop. I couldn't run it.
Okay, that's why you did there. All right.
You melted the fuses right out of the fuse holder.
It happens.
I had to consult the manual.
Actually, needs a power wire upgrade is what it needs.
Just solder a piece of wire in place of that fuse instead.
No, because the only other fuse is the internal fuse on the one that's on the power supply. So no, I gotta have a fuse somewhere.
Well, do you really?
Swiper, I put the lab coat on.
Everything is gonna short out. It's not gonna be, I don't know, the wire's not gonna chafe in here. It's not gonna be like that. It's gonna be at the power, or at the unit is where it's gonna fucking fry, so.
Yeah, you'll find the weak point then. The smoke will come out of it.
I don't know. I've blown the fuses in it before, but it's been a while. So, I mean, it only had 20 amp fuses in it. 2 of them for the 2 wires coming out of it. But, yeah, so I put a 40 amp. But I just connected it to one fuse holder.
Swiper, I put my lab coat on.
Sweet. Do you have a brandy in the doobie?
No, it's a school night. No brandy and doobie tonight.
What the fuck? You shouldn't even be wearing a lab coat then.
When I work on the Cobra 2000, it's really handy. It's got 3 pockets. It's got 2 big pockets down low. It's a handy jacket to be wearing.
So you get the dab pen in one pocket, and a couple doobies in the other, and a little snifter for brandy in the other.
Yeah, pretty much. I got to get Dr. Radio Man embroidered on it.
You watch Cletus McFarlane on YouTube?
Yeah, I watch him sometimes.
Me. You ever watch him do like Dr. Tune-em-all?
Yeah, doesn't he got an assistant? It's Dr. Spray It All.
Yeah, that's yeah. If you know the guys,
Yep. Oh yeah, no, I use the lab coat when I'm doing my experiments. Like when I built my loop out of the old bicycle. So you guys know, you always remember, I built an antenna completely out of dump parts.
I've done the same thing.
Yeah, I made a loop, and I got a bicycle wheel and a piece of plumbing pipe from the dump and some wire that I ripped out of a microwave. The capacitor I smashed out of a radio. The tuning cap I smashed out of a radio that I found in the electronics pile with a 2x4, and that's my dump antenna. And my receiver screwdriver gave me from the dump too. That came from the dump. And when I do these serious experiments, I have to wear my lab coat.
What's that for? Yeah, I know about your bicycle wheel antenna. Yep. I did build I built a 3-element beam. I wish I still had that fucking thing.
Alright, on that note, I'm bouncing out of here for the night, guys. Y'all have a good one.
Yeah. He said, do you do abonomies with your robe on?
Have a good one, Sting.
Yeah, you too, Mr. Mixer. Have a good one.
Yeah, see you later, Sting. Yeah, it was a fun one tonight. See ya.
Yeah, we were just having fun, but yeah, have a good one.
Enjoy the weekend when you get to it.
We're gonna try.
Now, what was this there, Skywalker? You want to know if I keep my lab coat open when I'm working?
No. Taz was in there, and he says, do you use that when you do abonomies?
An abonomy? What the hell's an abonomy?
He wears it backwards.
You know, when you drain some dead body's fluids out?
Oh, we don't do that here. We just work on dead radios.
Lobotomy. Lobotomy.
Not phlebotomy.
Thank you, Taz. I stand corrected.
What the hell is the difference?
Phlebotomy? When you make someone fucking stupid.
He's got some wires in their head.
What? What are you guys talking about? Friggin' Maniac does that every night with the Bush lattes.
I've been able to do that. That's what I did last Saturday, or whatever it was, yeah. And that's Casey. I was in, I don't know, a couple of guys. I was in pretty rare form.
You can't call it rare form when you do it every other night.
At least he's consistent.
He just did, so I guess he can.
But that wouldn't be rare form. That would be like every other night form.
I think that's the facetious way of saying rare form.
Oh, God. I'm glad I didn't do any edibles. This would have been too much for me to handle.
It has been entertaining.
Inside out.
Everything's butt fucking smoking.
I mean, I'm still laughing at the absurdity of the guy at a penthouse party with his 8-foot whip and Tram D201 with a Mako 300, and his wife's mad because he's missing the party. I mean, I still can't get over that absurdity. Like, whoever cooked it up, if they're faking it, it's hilariously funny, but if it's true, it's 100 times funnier.
Oh, I forgot all about. He said he had a Mako 300. I just heard he was trying to wire up a Henry 2K because there's no 220 in a fucking penthouse apartment.
Well, how the hell did he get the D201 up there?
The elevator.
Yeah, they're not that big. It's just a nice little vintage radio. I mean, you're moving all kinds of shit in, so what the hell? That's not a big deal.
Yeah, when you're moving in your statues of Caesar and Napoleon and your Rembrandt paintings, yeah, it just goes right in with those.
That's what I was thinking.
But if you want to my theory, he was some kind of construction worker. How the fuck did he carry that shit up there in his lunchbox? One piece at a time?
But you know what I mean, Screwdriver? If the guy's fake, if it's a fakery, all right, kudos, you made me laugh. But if it's true, it's 100 times funnier.
Oh, fuck yeah. If it's somebody up north fucking with people, it's still pretty hilarious because you know they're sitting back smoking some weed right now going, look at some of these fuckers. But if it is somebody in the penthouse of this apartment, like I said, this guy now turned into the coolest guy on the earth in my book.
Let's be honest, he didn't move shit. He's in the penthouse. He had other people move it in.
Now you're not wrong right there.
Maybe it was Tim Allen hooked the Sam radio up there.
Oh, man, I just got pen on my white lab coat.
Jizzed on it?
Protector in that thing.
No, I don't have a pocket protector. I need a pocket protector. That's what I mean. Like, someone made a comment like, oh, he's jerking us around. I'm like, no, I think everyone's having fun with it. You know, if it is someone faking it, it's hilarious that it's just a stupid, it's ridiculously stupid. But then at the same time, part of me is like, I want to believe it's real, because if it's real, it is pretty fucking hilarious.
And it did get everybody talking.
Yeah, for the last hour and a half.
Hour and a half?
But you know, Maniac, actually, your idea that it could be somebody in a crane, like if that building's still under construction, usually they have a crane on the building. That's plausible that some union bro's got a fucking CB radio in his crane. That's plausible.
Now that's where my mind goes. I mean, it was, I don't know, back in the day, I have talked to those guys like Short Skip, New York and stuff like that.
Barge.
Yeah, that was crazy.
Radio.
Yeah, back in,
Drinker and
oh Christ, what was that?
503 or
It must have been like 2010, 2012.
up there.
We talked to some guy on a fucking fuel barge out Casco Bay, 100 miles off the coast. That dude was banging. Like, he was coming in here like, oh, like you were talking to Screwdriver or vice versa. I mean, it was insane.
I don't know what he had for an amp, whether it was an X-Force or something along that lines, but yeah, he was fucking banging in here, right off the barge.
There was a group of us talking just like this, and he'd come right in like he was sitting in everybody's driveway. Like, everybody was like blowed right out of, we were all blowed right out of the water. Like, where the fuck?
I actually talked to that guy. I bet it's the same guy. And he said they were on a barge and they had a wicked long line because they were hauling some sort of high-octane fuel.
I don't know. I remember he said he had I want to say he had a Mako antenna on the top of that barge. And he had something for a big 500 Z tube amp or something, steel tube amp that he was talking on.
Have you changed anything over there, Maniac?
Radio is 148. It could be drifting. What do I need to do?
No.
It just didn't sound as clean as you were. Probably the amp's heating up on him.
No, I got the fan on.
Turn the amp off and try it. You're right on frequency. Turn the amp off.
No, something's going on here. It's stuck.
Well, pull the plug on the amp.
I mean, it could just be me. I didn't know if anybody else has noticed, and it just seemed to sound different than it did a half hour ago.
I got the. I turned it off. I don't know if you guys still hear me, but yeah.
Sounds a lot better to me.
Yeah, I can still hear you. Yeah, it sounds a lot better.
I get that a lot from you, Casey. I take that guy's word for it.
Yeah, it seems like the more you talk on the amp, you know what I mean, the worse it gets.
Yeah, well, anyways, I talked to a guy on a stock Cobra 29 and a mobile out in Raymond one day, and he said he was on a barge, and it was on a wicked long line, and they were hauling fuel, and basically, when it was being towed, he was off duty, and I talked to him on the radio. It had to be the same friggin' guy.
How long ago was that?
Probably around 2010, I would have to guess. Somewhere thereabouts, somewhere between 2010. I don't think it was up to 2015, but somewhere in that window.
Yeah, it probably was the same guy.
This once before, Radio Man.
Yeah, we did. I remember the story. But I mean, it's just, yeah, I think he said they went up to Searsport or something to drop. That was their end point.
It was just a random night, and we were on AM too. I don't know if that makes any difference.
Yeah, I was on AM. It was a Cobra 29. It was like right in the middle of the day. And the guy said, I think they went, shit. I thought they said they came out of New York City. He was from Virginia, but I think they left out of New York City or something.
I remember it was, it was probably, maybe, it must have been like right around this time of night, back on, we were on either channel 28 or channel 32.
Yeah. Well, I know, getting back to that thing about the crane operator, those guys sometimes, like, they could sit in a crane all day, and they may only have to like move like one thing. So I mean, it's plausible. Like, I've seen some videos on YouTube, and those guys, the cranes, like, they have like microwaves in there, and like some of them even have bathrooms in them. And it's definitely plausible that some guy could set up a decent little CB station in one of those cranes.
Oh Christ, man! You could lug a Cobra. You could, like, this 148. You could take a 148 and a Killer B or something up there, and a Wilson 1000, and just be banging.
That's KC. Did he have a Boston accent or anything?
It was really hard to tell because he was coming in for pretty good for a minute there, and then it just started drifting right out.
We could have had some sort of weird temperature inversion. I mean, we are due to get some cold weather here a little later tonight, early this morning, so the weather's going to shift here, so I don't know. I have no idea. But I guess it's kind of fun to speculate.
Oh, yeah. Nope, I hear you. Series. Nope. Yeah, it was kind of weird, though. And then again, I had a snow squall come through here, and he was really coming in really good, and then all of a sudden the wind started picking up, and it was kind of weird. And all of a sudden he just started dropping out of my receiver. He'd come back in a little bit more, and then it started dropping back out, and then he just went poof, gone.
Howdy, the 356 BYU.
I didn't detect Boston accent, though. No, I didn't.
Nobody heard the guy out of Australia?
I heard the guy, but I didn't talk to him. I was busy getting set up.
Before I figured even if you had heard a station like that, you'd have probably been trying to work that shit.
I mean, I've worked Australia and New Zealand, but I was just busy and other people were working them, and I figured I'd sit back.
Guys, did you hear that guy in Patagonia?
What?
That guy in Patagonia.
No, I missed that.
Well, you don't fucking have any ears, though.
Well, you know why? You know why? Because I protect my ears with hearing protection.
You're starting to catch on to my bullshit.
I know you're fucking. You know, I'll tell you, honest to God, Swiper, my dad, he was a tool maker. He was a machinist his whole life. He owned his own business, and you know, my dad didn't wear any hearing protection and no eye protection either. But I will tell you one thing, my dad could not hear for shit, like, when he got older. And when I would go to visit them at the house, in the winter, I'd pull in the driveway. Of course, it's winter. The house is all shut up tight. And I could hear the fucking TV perfectly outside when I got out of the car. I mean, it was bananas how big. So I started, like, you know, of course, I would never wear eye protection, hearing protection. In the last 10 years, like, I've started, like, putting hearing protection on, eye protection. Like, I just remember that with my dad. He couldn't hear for shit. He had hearing aids.
Yeah, you know, eye protection, I'm with you there. Because, you know, you only got two eyes and, you know, poke them out, you're done. But, just so you know, your kids are going to say the same thing about you, about your hearing, in about 15 years.
Well, there's no doubt that we all lose our hearing for various reasons, no matter what. But I just know growing up, like going in my dad's shop, he had some machines. I remember as a kid, I would go in there to talk to my dad. He had his own business, and I remember going in there, and he would have some machines. It was a feeder. You'd put bar stock into it, and it would feed it in the machine. Well, occasionally it would go, and the bar would be bouncing, and it would hurt. I'd be like, holy hell! Like, I would go in the shop, and my dad would just be standing there, not even fazed by it, and he'd be in there, He owned his own business. I mean, he was putting in long days. I mean, wasn't like he was out there 7 to 8. He was out there for 12, 14-hour days, and that thing go da 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 da. I just remember going in to talk to my dad and just thinking back, I'm like, yeah, that probably didn't help.
Make that noise, man. You gotta warn us. That hurts our ears.
Yeah, put some hearing protection on. I'm gonna make loud noises.
No, I completely get what you're saying there. And whatever. I'm not knocking you. I'm digging. I'm throwing a little dig at you there, but you be you. I don't care either way. I'm old, and I'm old fart. And, I like to throw digs at people.
Well, I think you know me well enough to know by now I'm not offended by it. I'm kind of laughing. You're giving me shit about it, so no, don't worry about it.
That was your double.
I heard both of you, actually. Screwdriver and Radio Man, I heard both of you. And, at work, I had this one guy that worked for me who was born with a birth defect in one eye. So he had one eye. And I literally watched this guy eyeballing the fucking table saw with no safety glasses on. He's fucking eyeballing it. He's got his eye lined right up with the fucking feet of this thing. And I'm like, I actually fucking hit him. I whacked him on the side of the head. Like, stop fucking doing that shit. Put some fucking protection on. You got one fucking eye, you fucking moron.
Well, I think he's already halfway there, right?
Isn't that a Bon Jovi song? Oh, we're halfway there.
Yeah. Man, that was bad.
Oh, fuck you guys. I'm making everyone laugh.
You're a good sport.
I'm gonna switch radios.
Oh, boy. Yeah, the fucking night's going down the bowl now.
Well, I just don't like running this radio barefooted. I don't know.
You know it just fine. The fuck?
Maniac, I just sent you a video.
Oh, you did?
Yeah.
Why, my phone just...
Do.
Well, don't get Tasman going.
Hold on, I gotta send Maniac a picture.
Oh, man.
Fuck. OnlyFans?
Hold on, let me unbutton my lab coat here.
It's getting popular. My phone's going crazy.
Just puked in my mouth a little bit.
Swiper, speak into the microphone.
I just puked into my mouth a little bit.
Swiper. I'm talking to you, big boy. Where are you, Swiper? I'm playing your tune.
Since we got to be, let's live. I love you.
Come on, let's get it on.
There's nothing wrong with me.
Like you on the friend.
Let's get it on. Got me some combos I'm eating.
Got quite a bit of snow up at camp. Looks like it got a foot up there.
I was wondering about that, what other areas got for snow, because we didn't really get much here. Yeah, so you got like a foot up where you're at there, Radio Man?
Yeah, I was kind of guesstimating from the picture, and I talked to my friend who lives up there, and he says, yeah, we got a foot. And I've been looking at the game camera because the deer have gotten real active since the snow hit the ground. I got a feed block out up there, and they've been hitting that thing pretty hard now that the ground's covered.
Hey, Floyd, you look like you got quite a bit from the picture of your shoveled driveway. Yeah, I looked at. Fuck, I got bare tire showing. We might have had an inch, maybe.
Had 4 inches over here in Ospey where I am.
No doubt.
I've cleaned up down to bad tire 3 times today, and it's white again.
Fuck me. I'm okay with what I don't got going on then.
Yeah, Screwdriver, I don't know if I told you, but it was pretty funny. Lugnut was on the radio the night, and I go, Lugnut, your signal's fading out. And he goes, yeah, there's smoke coming out of my radio. He's like, I found this in a trash can, so I guess I'm going to call it a night.
I love that.
Yeah, he said he couldn't find his Sears Franken talker. He thinks he gave that away. I said, you must have more radios. He goes, yeah, I do, but I don't feel like going up and finding one, so I'm going to call it a night. Yeah, Fix-It couldn't hear him anymore, and I could hear him, but just barely.
Roger.
That was kind of fun. He got in there. That's why I leave the radio on. I always turn the radio on down here when I come home, and I'll just listen. Even if it's like a night that people aren't on, you know, because you get someone random that shows up on a Wednesday night.
When he first started talking, he was loud and proud like he was on the road talker, but he just constantly kept fading away.
Oh, yeah, he said, he goes, there's smoke coming out of it. He goes, I think I can keep talking on it. And then he goes, it just kept getting worse. And he goes, yeah, there's more smoke coming out of it. He goes, I'm going to have to call it.
Usually when there's smoke coming out of it, at least in my experience, because it's happened a few times, in my experience, it doesn't get any better.
No.
You mean you can't power through it and just, like, power through the smoke?
Hit it harder. Maybe it'll work.
Whatever's burning up is probably not necessary.
Yeah, it's just reflowing the solder.
Poop around it.
No diddy.
No.
That's right, no diddy.
What was it he said he was running?
Said he was running a Johnson Messenger. I don't remember the model, but it was that base station. It had the it was kind of like, I don't know, like it had the slant kind of back on it. I don't know. Screwdriver probably knows what it is.
All right.
Hey, how about you guys? You guys have a good night. It's been really fun tonight. I hope I didn't offend anybody. I wasn't calling anybody a liar. Yeah.
Call me your dick to me.
Good night, Swiper. Hey, you have a nice rest of your week, too, buddy.
I'm offended.
Hey, didn't you tell me to shut up?
No, not yet. Why do you want us to?
I'm pretty sure Swiper was rude to me. It made me feel good.
I love you, Swiper. No diddy.
He called you homo.
Oh, there's a little ditty there. Little bit of lube action.
I love you, Swiper. 10% diddy.
Nice.
Friend.
10% ditty. I like it.
He's thoroughbred.
Yeah, truthfully, I should get going too, guys. I stayed up pretty late, but it was kind of a funny one tonight, so I'm going to call it a night too. I'll catch you guys in the morning.
Yeah, I should get going too. I mean, I'm not gonna, but I should.
Good. Have a good evening, radio man.
You know, all my 2 fans on TikTok are probably wondering where I've been. It's been like, I don't know, fucking 2 weeks. I gotta step it up here.
Christ, you ain't even been on the radio much either.
I had a bunch of just fucking little projects going on and holidays, and you know how it is. I'm fucking around. I got like 3 computers.
All right, guys, I got to shut it down. Thank you for stopping in. I'm going to go right to bed, but I'm going to get this audio file uploaded to Spotify for the podcast version of it tomorrow. I'll work on all that later.
Cheap little whatever, 20-inch monitors, 24, whatever.